When you think of Ramantu Drakesblood, the thought that comes to mind is, oh, he's a good debuffer. Oh, he's fallen out of the meta because of sheep. But if you read his tag, it says attack-based champion. Have you thought of running him in pure damage? I have, and the results will surprise you. He's an amazing nuker in this build, and he has helped me solo a lot of content and even helped me with Faction Wars hard mode as my primary Lizardman nuker. What is this build and how does it work? Let's go. Hey guys, SMZ here, we're back playing Raid Shadow Legends as Ramantu demolishes the dragon in the background. As you can see, he just chews through the waves. Even if he's taking damage, he's gonna be completely fine. So I used to run Ramantu in various ways. One of the builds I used on him was to have him in Brimstone and then to have him in a 9-piece feral set. Because he puts out so many debuffs, he actually was very useful. But then because of Faction Wars hard mode, I needed a nuker. I needed a nuker in Lizardman. I didn't have anybody. I have a very lacking roster as he moves on to the dragon himself. So I decided to build him out. If you remember, a couple of months ago, there was a tournament for a 6-star soul for Ramantu if you won that tournament in your group. Nobody really went for that because Ramantu is not seen as any top tier nuke or anything like that. So it was relatively easy for me to win that tournament. And once I did, I got the 6-star soul. Now the build on Ramantu is difficult because you need to build damage, but you also need to build speed. There's a free champion that you can get by using the link in my description. That is Narma the Return, a great champion to battle the Demon Lord. And you can get her alongside other crazy good epic champions like Anax, like Uugo, and like Mausoleum Mage as you progress through the game. How to get these champions for free? Here's how to do it. You go into your Plarium Play and log out of your current account. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email address. Download the game and then play the tutorial, and you will find Narma sitting there chilling in your inbox. And you can get all of these crazy good epic champions as you progress through the game. Do not miss out on this opportunity. Click the link in the description and get these cool champions. As you see, he's taking damage, but he's just going all the way through. The heal that you see, slight heal that you see from him, is because of one of the masteries. I think it's called, what is it called? I can showcase that to you. I sometimes forget the names of these masteries, but he gets the job done. As you can see, not only this, he's also able to not solo but duo Fire Knight 20. This was Dragon 20, which is the perfect stage for farming when a tournament is going on. So currently we have the Dragon tournament going on for the fusion. I am going for the fusion just because I like to collect these Pokemons. That's pretty much the only reason this tournament right here. And I believe I'm getting close to the final reward. But the build on him is basically a set. It's a Forge Pass set that we get in the game relatively often because it's the Instinct set and it's not the most used set because it has 20% ignore defense. Compare that to Savage or Lethal, which has 25, and then compare that to a Slayer, which has 30 on AoE skills, and then Merciless, which is the top tier, which has 35. So this is much lacking. It does give a little bit of speed though. This is perfect for Ramantu because Ramantu needs to be fast. He needs to put those debuffs up. That's his primary role in a team. However, he can be a very, very good offensive support champion. So I have him in an Instinct set. I have put him some Pinpoint, as you can see, just to boost his accuracy. He's rocking around 500 accuracy, which is not the highest when it comes to PvP content, but if I run him with someone like an Arbice, which I do, she gives the increased accuracy buff, and then the accuracy just becomes enough. I did a live stream a few weeks ago where I ran Ramantu in every single fight as my nuker, and nobody thought he was a nuker. People would just ban my Marius, for example, and they'd be happy, oh, this guy doesn't have a nuker, and boom, Ramantu would just surprise them all and demolish them. And that's what he did with this particular build. So almost 6,000 attack. I will try to take it higher whenever I can. It's very difficult to get all these stats in, even with the 6-star blessing, because I do want him running fast. 305 speed, Instinct helps over there, Pinpoint helps over there, Perception helps over there, 305 crit damage. Again, the damage numbers can be high, but even with this, he works very, very well. 512 of the accuracy. As you can see, Instinct, I have crit damage on the gauntlets. Then on the chest piece, I have attack percent and accuracy because I do want to get his accuracy up. Speed on the boots. Then you have attack and attack, crit damage, and then accuracy. Unfortunately, this is a 5-star banner. but it does have a triple speed roll. That's why I am keeping it. Gore Crescent as the relic, it's really good, especially on wave-based content like Faction Wars hard mode. This gemstone is just amazing. The 3%, he does put out debuffs himself, and then the other two kind of are filler gemstones. And then 6-star Rend, because that is needed for a lot of PvE content. And then finally Helm Smasher, and these are the masteries. The healing mastery I was talking about was Life Drinker, which helps him heal from dropping very low when, for example, soloing content. You already saw him basically soloing the dragon. He can do Fire Knight. So Fire Knight, the team that I normally use, I've showcased previously, is Marius and Coldheart. The reason you need one additional champion is to break the shield. So even Marius can't solo it. So Ramantu can also just run instead of him, and he can just do the job along with Coldheart. Coldheart is just needed to break the shield essentially. She can also hit for sure, but Ramantu can also do that by himself. As you can see, he does hit quite hard. And then you can run the 3 food champions alongside him, similar to Marius. He's dropping quite low. Is it gonna be a bad RNG run? We will find out, I guess. No, it's not, because we kill through the waves. We are on to the second wave. No presets, by the way. That's one of the things that you look forward to when you are trying to run a food team, because you don't want to go into the presets and change the food champion each and every time. That's just not ideal. On to the boss. Coldheart is coded in a way that she will prioritize her A1 when the shield is down, and then the A3, the Heart Seeker, when the shield is down, so that you can take full advantage of her abilities. They're getting the job done. Even when he gets the shield back up, should be broken very quickly with the 6-star Phantom Touch that I have. On Coldheart, she breaks down the shield very, very quickly. He gets it up second time, but because of the heal reduction, he's also able to not heal, and then we just get the job done. There you go. It's a nice duo team that you can run, and then with food. Again, I normally run Marius because he will do it faster. But the area that I most wanted to showcase are 2. So for Live Arena, I would recommend that you pull out that stream from my channel where I ran him, and it was actually quite decent. He ran much better than I anticipated. I can showcase him in a couple of fights in the arena, and then I want to showcase the Faction Wars Heart 21 run with him, which is crazy good. So I have a preset for him. I believe it is, where is he? Am I blind? Yes, I am blind. It was at the top. So let's go, and you will see. So I have Carnage in the team because this was a team that from the time when I used to use Ramantu just as a debuffer, but you will clearly see the increased accuracy is on him, and he kills pretty much everybody. That could have been a reaction proc on Mikage, and then Emrys is normally built with high HP. That's why he survived. But you saw that he got the job done. How will he fare against the turtles? Because block passive skills is actually very, very useful on all champions, but especially on the turtles. This Leo is not even wearing stone skin, so I don't think he'll have a good time. Block passive comes in, but he still smacks. I guess the block passive went in after, but yeah, he still puts that on. And then because thanks to my Arbice, you also get the petrification, so we get the job done. But to be honest, the second one was more Carnage than Ramantu. But you see that he can smack. I can build him to smack even harder. Now, 2 things I want to showcase. One thing I want to showcase is the Faction Wars hard mode fight. Let me just pull that up. So ignore myself in the background. This is from another video that I've showcased previously with Razin. But you saw if fight starts, he puts on the block passive skills, smacks him hard, and then he's gonna slowly kill everybody through. There are a couple of issues with the presets that I need to take care of, but this kind of gets the job done. He will slowly kill everybody off until we move on to the second wave. On the second wave, very important, Tetsuya is annoying, so we need to get rid of Tetsuya by using block passive skills. And that's exactly what Ramantu is able to do, as you can see. And after this, with Razin, you can also just decrease the turn meter, because before the block passive skills, you cannot do that. Tetsuya kind of blocks that. Moving on to the boss itself, we start the fight, and then there you go. This block buffs that Ramantu gives is amazing, because that allows you to not have the reflect damage buff. And you can see he's doing a lot of good damage. He's doing a lot of good damage, as you can see. So we are slowly chipping away at the health. Even if Ramantu dies sometimes, he can be revived back from Pythian. There's the reflect damage that comes in, but in this team, Razin can then just take that away. and this kind of gets the job done slowly but surely. If you can run a Brimstone on any of your support champions, that can also help with this fight tremendously. I could think of running it on Razen, but Crushing Ren is just very useful on dealing with the waves that I would be taking away if I decided to do that. As you can see, clears off the wave and we get the job done super quickly. As you can see, the bulk of the damage, 4.7 million, comes from Ramantu himself. So one final thing I want to showcase before I close out the video is basically on Hydra. I'm going to run the Hydra Slayers team. I have not done it yet. I'm going to run this, just set this up, same team that I've run multiple times. And we have our chart that we look at with Hydra Slayers. And we'll see how much damage he does. I do not have high hopes because he does not have the highest of crit damage or even attack. But let's see. Let's see. Maybe he surprises me. That's exactly what we are going to check. Alright, the quick battle is on the way, and let's see how much damage Ramantu can do. I don't have high hopes because he's not a dedicated damage dealer, nor is he built with highest of crit damage or anything like that, but he might surprise me. 308 million and 162 from Ramantu. Let's see where that holds up on our chart. Let me load that up. Alright, so here's the chart that we always look at. So I've just added Ramantu's numbers in here. 308 total team damage and 162 of that from Ramantu. If I just look at this list in terms of total damage, it was gonna lie somewhere here, so below Supreme Elhain and above Holland, which is crazy. So yeah, he's out damaging a lot of champions. He's out damaging Michelangelo, he's out damaging Holland, who is a dedicated nuker in a nuker build, by the way. He's out damaging Mezomel, a mythical champion. Empress, even though Empress does not have the highest of blessings, to be honest. Polara, not surprised. Errol as well, with a 6-star Rend blessing on him as well. So he's doing a really good job. Very pleasantly surprised from seeing that. So potentially, maybe he does have a place in that team somehow as well, as an offensive debuffer pretty much. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this showcase. Very different kind of build on Ramantu. Please try it out. Let me know how it goes. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. All of that stuff helps me out as a new creator. If you enjoyed this showcase, you might enjoy this showcase right here as well. Thank you very much once again, and see you next time.